New version H6 0 Visible Island includes upgrades of highlight zero speed to oxide maps. New version H6 0 choose your free from Montreal. Audiences, the beauty solution. Chevy Trucks advanced camera technology lets you see over, under, through, up to 8 available cameras in 14 views, so you can focus on the that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got it. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an original vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Georgia drives Chevy. This is a commercial for a Little Caesars large pepperoni Pintos pizza for $7.99. Oh, Pintos commercial. Bingo! Those toppings all right to the edge. Take me to the edge. Listen to that crunch. And sugar and cheesy crispy crunch. All for $7.99. Except a Mundo. $7.99 for the pizza that everyone wants to get their hands on. Sorry, pause. Walk in, walk out with a large, hot, ready thin crust for $7.99. Little Caesars. It's a pizza. Is this just for
So, there's no country in it.
this is my first time in this house. I already upgraded it. So yes, I actually answered Kansas question. What blew it away was this is it's time. I kind of figured that people in business class are going to be you got this one. Oh, damn. Is that this one?
New Village Serum aggressive light effect improves evidence of meds university. Deplex side effects. New Village Serum. Choose your free gift harmonically. Evidences the beauty institute.
InsureFi can help you reduce your car insurance bill by as much as $852 per year on average.
Bipolar one, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Vivaldi.
Once daily prescription Vivaldi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Vivaldi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The semidorphin in Vivaldi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, feel faint, very dizzy or confused, or have a fever, stiff muscles, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements, which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing, or falls.
Are you ready? Ask your doctor about Lybalvi. Looking for copay savings? Text copay to 45286.
Hey, you know why I'm here. You know what this is all about. It's the Emirates NBA Cup.
So, how does this thing work out? First, we're going through the group play round. That's where all 30 teams get put into 6 groups, 5 teams per group.
Each team plays each other one time. These group play games take place every Tuesday and Friday beginning November 12th. At the end of those 4 games, we'll see which teams have the best records in each group.
And those teams, they're moving on to the next round, and that's where things get even more interesting.
Welcome to the quarterfinals. 30 teams started, but only 8 remain. Playing in high-pressure, single elimination games.
You know what that means? It means from here on out, if you win, you move on.
What's up? It's Leah with Angela Lee. I'm Angela Lee, and guess what? Keisha Cole is here with me.
Oh,
That's where you come.
Oh, damn.
I'm trying to save you because
There's
the
so
people
much
don't
like
know.
shopping and talking. That's true.
Keisha Cole, you are out here working so hard. We were just talking about everything that you had to do these past couple of days.
Yes. It's all about
Well, you've been on tour right now, the Love Hard tour.
Yes,
And I've been seeing amazing footage. How do you feel?
I feel good about it. We finally get into. I think it'll be over by the time I get to a place where I'm really completely comfortable. But you know, the fans are enjoying it, so that's all we can ask for.
What do you mean by completely comfortable?
You know, it's a problem with like set lists and like some people haven't seen me in forever, so they want to hear older songs. And then I'm looking at it from the standpoint of there's others, you know, fans on the road. So I'm like, I don't know, they maybe just should hear the hits. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting to a place where we're more comfortable now, though, for everybody.
Right. That's good. And you've been doing so much. You had the Lifetime movie that came out last year, too.
Yeah.
Listen, I watched that. This is my story, along with the millions of other people who watched it.
Yeah.
Well, that was your first acting?
Yeah.
That's crazy. To me, I always would have thought that you've been like, this feels like a space you would be comfortable in, just because I guess you've done reality shows based on.
What do you think is your very personal back in the video?
For a clean you can feel good about, all you need is Allfree Clear.
Please welcome President Ronald Reagan, who has a few questions for you.
day, what a day. What a purple day, boy. What is going on? And John Murray, what are you over there drinking?
Oh, Sherry, I just sipping a little something in my Oprah season 25 mug. I went to the show with you that season and I brought a little, and I feel like having this in my office since the day we premiered has manifested today. So
Okay,
I'm
and
just sipping a little something.
when I tell you, today is the day. Oprah is here! Oprah! Oh my God! I'm so excited, and I'm telling you, everybody got in on it because Oprah's here. My sweatshirt came from
Willie's mom is Bernadette McKissick.
Bernadette McKissick, Willie Sinclair III's mother, sent this Oprah Winfrey sweatshirt. So that's from the McKissicks of Milwaukee. She sent the sweatshirt because she's always watched the Oprah Winfrey show. She got in on it. I wanted to wear it. And when Oprah pulled up, all of the staff were leaning out the window and looking because Oprah was coming. This is an exciting day. I'm not even gonna lie. This is such a huge deal for us because we're kind of a new show and Oprah is giving us her stamp of approval. And it is, my mother always told me not to assume, but I think it's pretty safe to assume if Oprah does not like you, she's not coming on your show, then you know. And I have to say, like, I have been loving Oprah since I was a little girl. And, you know, since I literally, and we lived in Chicago, so we used to watch Oprah on her, I think it was AM Chicago show. We used to watch Oprah every day. And Oprah always said that Mary Tyler Moore influenced her and an entire generation of women to see themselves differently. So for me and women in my generation, that's what Oprah did for us. We got to... I got to turn on the TV and see a woman that looked like me, that had the same skin color as me, that had the same hair as me. And because of Oprah, we were able to dream bigger and visualize better lives for ourselves. And she was such a big influence on all of us. I mean, and I just have to say, you know, there was this girl who would sit on bus stops. She was a struggling comic. And I always had the dream of having my own talk show. And so when I was a struggling comic, I would sit at the bus stop because they had repossessed my car. And I would sit there 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I always dreamed of having my own talk show. And I would watch Oprah every day and go, maybe, one day, maybe, I could do the same thing. Oprah just, like, and I never missed an episode. And it was just like, if Oprah said it, that was it. If Oprah liked bread, I liked bread. If Oprah walked around with Tina Turner wigs, I'm getting a Tina Turner wig. You know, it was like if Oprah says we're all wearing purple, then we all wear purple. I have been so much into Oprah when I became an actor. Can I have some tissue? When I became an actor, thank you, Phyllis. When I became an actor and I had to do my first headshots, I wanted to look just like Oprah. And so at the time, Oprah's hair was like this. That's what Oprah's hair was like. So my first headshots, they look like this. And as the kids say, I thought I ate in that denim jacket. And I would watch Oprah, and I wanted to be Oprah so bad, like we all did. And I would practice being Oprah. And I'm telling you, the Oprah Winfrey Show was appointment television. And not only would everybody run home and watch her show, but we would also talk about what happened the next day. So, you know, if you imagine like a year later when she came on The View, when I co-hosted The View, And she knew exactly who I was. It just freaked me out. And I couldn't believe it. So I really could not believe it when I got this talk show. She called me on the phone. But it's not that simple. Like Oprah kept calling me. First of all, I don't know how she got my cell number, but she had it. She kept calling, but the phone kept coming from a blocked number. And I don't pick up calls from blocked numbers. So then she texted me. She's like, I've been trying to call you. And I'm like, brother, who this? Okay. And when I answered the phone, she said, Sherry, I've been trying to call you. And I said, Oprah, I don't pick up from blocked calls. But she sat down and she talked to me for so long and she gave me so much knowledge. I was so shocked. And anybody that walked in the room, Joe walked in my hotel room and I was like, I'm talking to Oprah. And my friend Kim Whitley, she didn't believe me because she texted me and I texted her back and I said, I can't talk to you because I'm talking to Oprah. And she wrote back, yeah, whatever. But Kim, look, I wasn't lying. Oprah is on my show. And I know, and people say, are you idolizing? And it is not that. It's that a girl who dreamed got to see another woman live her dream, which made this girl dream even bigger. And so I honor that woman. And so she has always been my dream guest. And I cannot wait to see her later in the show. Hopefully I won't be crying when she comes out. But so that I will stop crying, John, I'm going to talk about something else. So I won't keep crying. But y'all, Motown legend Smokey Robinson finally knows how to say Hanukkah after going viral 3 years ago for mispronouncing it. So back in 2020, a man paid $400 for Smokey to create a personalized video to his mother, wishing her a happy Hanukkah. But Smokey mispronounced the word. Take a look.
And they want me to wish you happy Chanukah. I have no idea what Chanukah is, but happy Chanukah because they said so. Anyway, God bless you, babe, and enjoy Chanukah.
Now I gotta tell y'all, I love Smokey Robinson. I love Smokey Robinson. He's got a new album out called Gasms. And but in 83 years, Smokey, nobody told you how Hanukkah is spelled. Like what? Who do you think was celebrating Chanukah? I just feel like it's two things you're supposed to know about Hanukkah: how to spell it and what a dreidel is. Like you got to know that. Like the CH in Hanukkah is sounded out to ha. And then the CH in Christmas is sounded out to ka. And then the KW in Kwanzaa is pronounced kwa. You know, and I get it, Smokey. It's all so confusing. So I say, look, Hakuna Matata, happy holiday. That is a lot. I give it to you, Smokey. Oh, that's a lot. And so the video recently resurfaced and Smokey commented, I know what it is now. Happy Hanukkah. That's how I picture him going, happy Hanukkah. So, but I think, you know what, Smokey does get a pass because after all, he is a legend, you know, and I'm so glad that Smokey can laugh about it. So Smokey, happy Chanukah. Oh my God. Y'all, we got a great show for you today because the one, the only Oprah Winfrey is here. Sherry will be right back. I was 16 years old when my first guest started hosting AM Chicago. And to see somebody who looked like me on TV spreading joy made me realize that I could dream bigger than I ever thought possible. Then she became an Oscar nominee as Sophia in The Color Purple. Yes, she did. Woo! And y'all remember every line. And the whole world fell in love with her too. Now she's bringing back a bold new version of The Color Purple to the big screen, and I cannot believe I really get to say this now. Please welcome to the Sherry Show, Oprah Winfrey.
We did it.
Oh man!
Oh, it's a lot of hard work and dreams coming true.
It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I know. This doesn't just happen.
I know. You know, you can sit down and talk.
Okay,
You
all right.
Oh,
It doesn't just happen.
no, it doesn't.
Well, this is one of the original. I mean, I would never ever do this. I mean, how big is that name? Jeez.
I know. This is our stylist, Willie Sinclair III, from the Milwaukee Sinclairs. His mother sent this sweatshirt.
That was the first one.
This
That
was the
one of
first one. Yes. I know. That's how long I've been watching
She's
it.
had it a long time.
I'm like she
This
just
was
she
like 1980. I think we started the show. So then it became the Oprah show was in Chicago. So this is like 1987.
I know everybody was manifesting
Yes.
this moment. You know, this is like, I was 23 years old, Oprah, and I was in your audience. I remember to the day because you used to say commercials would come on in Chicago.
Yes.
And it would be you. And you'd say, and I remember you were like, if you've been cheated on by
Yes.
a boyfriend, call
That's
her.
how we got an audience. Call now.
And I was just sitting there eating White Castle, and I heard you, and you were like, if you've been cheated on, call this number. And I was like, oh, I'm going to call this dog number I've been cheated on. And I was in your audience for an episode called Snoops. I don't know if you remember me when I was in the audience.
You were in the audience.
I was in it, but I got to speak.
What were you wearing? What were you wearing?
I don't know, but I remember my hair was short, and you had came out, and you had your hair, and you were supposed to come up to me and ask me a question.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Did I?
You did.
Okay.
I remember you.
Oh my.
But you know, it's so funny because I was like, I didn't know your archive is so amazing. I asked your team if they had it, and they brought a clip.
They found it.
They found a clip.
I changed it.
Take a look, so you'll see. Take a look.
I used to trust him. I used to trust him that he did that, baby, I love you. I would never mess around on you. So you feel you can trust a man. It's due to men that we snoop.
What year was that? 89? Was that 89?
No, it was like 89 or 90.
Yeah, I can always tell. I can tell by the hairdo, I can tell the size I am. I can tell you. Oh,
But
yes.
you never even got to talk. And you look at Oprah's face, she's looking like Oprah's face is like, bitch, if you don't sit down, all of this man don't talk it.
I'm like, what is this girl talking about? That is what that face says. What is this
Oh
girl
my God,
talking about?
ratchet even back then. And I still think we got to snoop. We got to snoop to find out some stuff. It hasn't changed, but for me, I'm looking at you. You are a successful woman, and you are a successful single woman, not single now. But I don't want to get married. Like I unless Lenny Kravitz calls, then I would like to get married. But I want to
I
have.
saw Lenny Kravitz the other night, and
What
I
do you
don't
look
like. Woo! What he look like is you would be worried all the time.
Really?
Yes.
With Lenny Kravitz.
Every time he left the house, you'd be like, oh Lord. What's he doing now? He said he went to get some gas.
And he didn't come back.
He come back, yeah.
Well, I would like the experience. I
Oh,
would like the experience.
I think he's the coolest guy on the
He
planet.
is so cool.
Yes.
So see, I think about that with Lenny. Like, I would love to have what you have. You've had for 30 years, 3 decades.
You ain't gonna have that with Lenny.
Okay, I'm not gonna have one Lenny, but I
Because Lenny's not going to sit there in the evening and tell you that you made some good cornbread and this and that. Because that Stedman is like, this is the best cornbread I ever had.
Is that what Stedman
Yes.
says?
I mean, I can make an English muffin. He's like, honey, where did you get that English muffin? He says that. Yes, Lenny ain't doing that.
Okay, Lenny may not do it. Okay, first of all, Stedman is so fine. He is always been fine.
He's always been fine.
What you do with all of this, Oprah? All this talk. What you do with all of that?
But this is the thing. I've never snooped.
Okay.
This is the thing. You need somebody where you don't have to snoop.
Okay.
That's number one.
That's number one.
Right. That's right. If you got to snoop, it's already a problem.
So what
If you think I got to check his phone, I got to look at his wallet, I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, I followed him all the way to his other girlfriend's house.
Oh, but
Not Stedman.
Okay,
This was in my younger days. Following him all the way to his other girlfriend's house. I saw it with my own eyes, and then when I said, I saw you. He said, you gonna believe me or your lying eyes?
Oh my God! Really?
And then I'm like, well, maybe that wasn't his car.
Oh man!
Yeah, it was bad.
Okay. Can you believe Oprah was banging on the door? Open up this door! It's open.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! You know what, Oprah? It was so fun because your best friend Gail was here on Monday.
Yes.
She was here on Monday, and Gail and I talked about being single. And Gail even said it's hard out here for a pimp. That's what she. That's what Gail.
I told her and it gets harder. Let me just tell y'all, it gets harder the older you get. And the reason why is not because there's any aging happening with you. It is because you get accustomed to doing exactly what you want to do.
Yes.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
And you don't want somebody else coming in telling you what to do.
I
And
know.
Gail was always like, oh, I would be willing to compromise. You're willing to compromise to do what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And that makes it so much harder.
Yeah, so when you're younger, you're like, oh, listen, I started out with Stedman. Oh, yeah, I love golf.
Do you know?
I can't stand it. I was out there trying to do the thing. Oh, I love that. Yeah, and water skiing. Oh, I love that. Now we each do our own thing, and we're okay with it.
And you're okay with it.
Okay with it.
But this is what I love. I love the relationship with you and Gail because you're such a shining example of like the power of female friendship, of sisterhood.
Real friendship.
Like, look at this, y'all two walking here.
Oh, yeah.
This is like y'all ride or die, you and Gail. But y'all have been friends so long, and I need to know this because I've been friends with DC Nash for longer than I can remember. Do y'all get on each other's nerves? Like, there's gotta be times.
I don't really think we do. You know why? Because we've never lived in the same city. We have never actually lived in the same city. So when I'm with Gail or Gail is at my house, and I'm rarely at her house, but when Gail is at my house, it's because it's intentional. But I don't know what would happen if we actually lived in the same city every day. Have you and Nisi done that?
Yes, we live in the same cities. We argue all the time.
Oh, see, that'd be- yeah.
Nisi thinks she knows everything. She tells me what to do all the time.
No, but the wonderful thing about Gail, and I've said this so many times, is that she has always been the kind of friend that is happier for anything that happens to me than I even am for myself.
Yeah.
And so you need a friend who constantly wants the best for you.
Yeah.
And I feel that way about her now. I mean, is she having a moment or what?
Gail is having her best moment.
She's having her best moment ever.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And she was here now the first time. Oh my gosh. I remember the first time you called me. I was in my apartment here because I was co-listening with you. And Gail had told you that I did an impression of you.
Yes.
And the phone rang and you called and you said, "May I speak to Sherry Shepard?" And I said, "This is Sherry, who this?" And you said, "This is Oprah Winfrey." And I laughed. And I know people do impersonations of you all the time. How do you feel about that?
Well, listen, I feel that if somebody tells me that you've done an impression of me, I don't get that pit in my stomach.
Okay.
Because for many years, people used to do impressions of me, and I was like, oh, God. People are mean-spirited, they're nasty, they say terrible things. But if you're doing an impression, I just know it's going to be funny. Something funny and poignant.
Like your impressions of you, I
Your
love.
impressions of me are like my impressions of Maya Angelou.
Oh, yes. It is. It's that thing. Like when you talk, you go up at the end. And
I don't think I do.
But everything is enjoying. Does Oprah go up in the end? It's like it's a joyful thing. Like when you like the phrase, "You have the power to bring joy to the world." You go, "You have the power to bring joy to the world." Like it's so much. When you did your WW commercial, and I loved it because you're like, "I love bread and books." It's the joy that brings it up.
Oh, but I do love bread. I love bread. Oh, you know, that all started once. I remember when John Travolta was on, and it just sounded so much better to say John Travolta than to just say John Travolta.
Yes, so it does. So if I can borrow that every once in a while,
You can.
I would appreciate it.
You're doing, may I just say, you're doing
Yes,
so great here. And what I love the most are the monologues. So, oh my gosh, you like I like the monologues. See, I never did monologues, so I don't know if I could ever do that. But what you made it your own doing the monologues, and they're so funny, and your ability to make fun of yourself, and you do it in such a loving way. So you can make fun of yourself, but it's still loving of
Thank
yourself.
you so much. That means a lot. And something that I've always wanted to do with you is, I know because you always give out your favorite things.
Yes.
You do it, you've been doing it for over 25 years. But nobody, over 25 years.
And it all started because I had real favorite things. It all started because I bought my first pair of Uggs, and I loved them so much. And then brought everybody on the staff Uggs, and then I ran out of people to give Uggs to. And then somebody said, "Well, why don't you just give them to the audience?" Well, how am I going to do that? And that's how it started.
And that's how everything started.
That's how everything started.
Well, you do so much for so many people, and for even beyond your show, that I wanted to do something for you. I wanted to give you some of my favorite things. I do, yes, I do want to do that. Okay, so I wanted to surprise you with it. Can y'all bring it out? Because I'm giving Sherry.
Is this real? Is this real?
Yes, this is real. Okay, so okay, here it is. This is the key to my car, Oprah. This is the key to my car. Now you can't keep it, but you can use it whenever you come to New York. You can drive my car. That's what I'm giving you, Oprah. And so you can drive it. The only day you can't drive it on Saturday, because that's when I drive Jeffrey around all that stuff. And you can't drive it on Sunday because I got to go to church. I needed to go to church on Sunday.
But I can have it any other time.
No, you can't have it. You can use it.
Okay.
You can use it.
Okay.
And if you get any toll tickets or anything, that's on you. You got to pay that. Okay. And I'm saying that Mayor Eric Adams will boot that car in a minute, so you just be careful. Over here, my next gift, because you have 3 dogs. You got Sadie, you got Lauren, and you got Sunny.
Yeah.
So I got you a blinged out fanny pack.
Oh,
so
nice.
when you walk your dogs,
I didn't need this.
you can walk them in style. And I just have to let you know this, Oprah. That's goop bags.
Yes.
Purple goop bags.
Yes, I believe in it.
Yeah, you believe, and you got to follow all the rules, okay? Because if they poop, you scoop.
I do.
All right,
I do.
so. That's for
You
you.
can't say to the people, "Go, where did you find purple
Because
bags?"
I'm telling you, because I did my homework and I was looking.
Okay.
Now this one right here, Oprah, I wanted to give it to you. Now that you're a part of the Sherry family, I am officially adding you to my Netflix family plan. Right here. And I got it written down. I got the password written down, Oprah, and so I put it on the back of my electric bill if you feel so inclined. And so this is great because we can stay up late watching you, me and Gail. We can get on the phone and we can watch the new season of Love Is Blind.
It's an electric
It's an
bill.
electric bill. I'm gonna give you the real deal, okay? And now, Oprah, you're going to love this last gift. I wanted to give you this last gift. It's so exciting. Okay, you said that when you look at art,
Yeah.
it stirs up a feeling in you.
Yes.
And I was reading an article about you got your first piece of art. And so we got to get up to go, okay? Get those. So bring out my present to Oprah. We're going to go right over here. Okay, step down. There we go. Now you go to this side over here, Oprah, wherever. Here, right over here. Okay, because now this gift has a naughty side and a nice side.
Okay, good.
Piece of art. So we're going to open up the nice side first. So you can go pull it. You pull. There we go. We're going to pull. Okay, so I wanted to give you. I did.
That's my God.
Yes. Okay, we can't put. We done broke. Okay. Oprah, you done broke the daggone
Okay,
picture.
no.
Okay, we got it. We're gonna fix it. So this is the nice side. This is Stedman. This is your piece when you get home.
Okay.
I love it. And then, but I heard that art. You said art has to make you say, "Whoa,
Whoa.
yes."
Okay.
So we're gonna unwrap the naughty
Okay,
side. We're gonna
okay.
turn this around. You
I'm
put the pictures
scared.
on your wall.
I'm scared.
Yeah, we're gonna because you know this is the naughty side for you. And I'm telling you, I took this straight off my wall for you. Look at this. Right here. Yep. That's how much I love you, Oprah. This right here. That right there.
This right there.
Right here.
This right there.
That make you say, whoa. Right there. My best friend Niecy gave it to me, and I'm gifting it to you, Oprah. Yo, up next, we're talking about one of my truly favorite things, the new Color Purple movie. Terry will be right back.
Who's killing you, girl? You seem like trouble.
Oh, no, sir. I'm one of August Butler's daughters. No trouble at all. Just big.
Who the daddy?
Prince, come on, Prince. I'm a week again. I had to do my homework.
You still printing with these? Don't get cartridged.
Today on Super Soul Sunday, my conversation continues with my greatest spiritual teacher,
That was like changing for me.
It's dying.
the legendary author, thinker, poet, and my personal mentor, Dr. Maya Angelou. I have to say, I don't believe anybody on earth has taught me more than Maya Angelou.
I was crying hysterically, and you said, "Stop it right now."
Today, she's back with even more of her wisdom.
What do you think is the best piece of advice you've given?
She reveals how her tough but tender-hearted mother transformed her life.
Even at 16, when you became pregnant, she did not shame you, not at all.
And I gotta say this, nobody has better insight and perspective about aging brilliantly.
What can you say about the 80s?
Oh,
Are you
my
still
goodness.
hot?
Do it if you can.
Plus the aha moment that moves Maya to tears.
It still humbles me, and I'm amazed at it.
Get ready for life lessons and to be inspired, as only Maya Angelou can deliver.
Thank God for this.
That's a freak.
Part 2 of my heart-to-heart conversation with the phenomenal Maya Angelou starts now. I wanted a place for people to go every Sunday to wake up, thought-provoking,
Oh, you couldn't have said that better.
eye-opening, and inspiring.
This is my favorite thing to talk about.
This will lift you right on up. It's food for your soul.
Every single Sunday.
This is Super Soul Sunday. Last time, Maya Angelou and I reminisced about some of the most meaningful moments of her extraordinary journey.
Would you say that you've had a life filled with pizzazz?
Yes, I have.
Talk about pizzazz. We marveled at Maya in this 1957 Calypso showstopper.
My Lord.
And she gave us new insight into boundless accomplishments in her remarkable life.
What were you thinking when the president placed that medal around your neck?
I was so filled that when I was taken out of that room, I saw in gratitude.
She also spoke candidly and lovingly about her mother, Vivian Baxter, a charismatic, fierce,
Dynamo.
I will mess with Vivian Baxter.
No,
Do
never.
not mess with her.
Never. Their deep spiritual connection is the catalyst for Maya's latest book. It's called Mom and Me and Mom. At 85, Maya Angelou is now a great grandmother and is still taking the world by storm. In addition to her writing and full schedule of speaking engagements, she remains ever relevant, hip, and up to date with her active and enlightening presence on Twitter. I'm one of legions of readers who look to Maya Angelou for comforting words, for courage. We soak up her wisdom, we marvel at her stamina, and bask in the pure, contagious joy she takes in living.
82 is hot. 82 is fabulous. I thought that the 60s were good. I thought the 60s were the hottest ever. And then I got into the 70s. What? What? I loved the 70s. And I thought, well, the 80s is going to be slowing down. Not. I'm writing music. I'm writing. I'm working. And I'm talking to you. Oh, yes. It's 80s. Try to make it. Try to make it to 80. It's true. It's true. Absolutely. Now, as we sit here, we're 85. Yes, ma'am. Yes, as we're 85. What can you say about the 80s? Oh, my goodness. Hot? Do it if you can. Do it if you can. Have a choice, choose the 80s. Oh, my goodness. I mean it. If you've been caring for yourself, you know, moderation in all things. Yes. And even moderation in moderation. Don't get too much moderation. That's a tweet. Don't even get too much moderation. That's right. Moderation. That's right. Yes. But when you get into your 80s and you find that you're still looking kind of all right, and people still say, hello. You think, I'm glad I got this far. Yes. In the May issue of O Magazine, we talk about aging brilliantly. Tell me what you've learned yourself about the aging. You know, because I think I learned this from you, and what a wonderful mentor you have been for me for aging with grace and appreciation and art and just embracing it. And I just so and I just so in their 40s and some even in their 30s, they're trying to, Botox themselves and change themselves and fighting it all the way. And I always look at it as, just as you were saying, my God, whatever age, I think about the people who didn't make it. As I sit here at 59, I think about all the people who didn't make it to 59. And so, were you ever anxious about it? Were you ever, I can't believe I'm 30, 40, I can't believe I'm 50. I can't remember ever being anxious about it, even when I was very young. I've always wanted to reach that other age. Mm-hmm. As far as I can remember, I thought that if I could live to be 20, yes, it was going to be really wonderful. And then 25, and then 30. Woo, my goodness, I was just it was a knockout. every age, I've been grateful. I talked to you about this years ago. Yes, is being grateful. Yes, grateful, just constantly. Get up in the morning. Thank you, Lord. Yes. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the light coming through that window. Thank you. Thank you that I'm breathing. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the phone call that told me that I have the job. Thank you even for the phone call that told me I'm not wanted anymore. Thank you because I know you have something better for me lined up. Thank you. Yeah, one of my life seminal moments, I had to farm in Indiana. You remember the farm? And I was in the bathroom because there were people at the house, and I closed the door, and I was sitting on the toilet seat and on the bathroom phone calling you, and I was crying hysterically.